This question says, so these are all just questions from the internet. I didn't come up with most of these. But this says, why are so many women so quick to call a guy boring?
Because they are.
Just like, don't be boring.
Like, be boring, then you won't get called boring. Come on. Have some personality. Get some hobbies. I don't know. Like, if you're being called boring, there's a reason for it.
Yeah. And I mean, for me too, my life is very exciting. I love my friends so much. I love the activities I do. So if I'm going to add another person into my life that is going to be a big part of it, I want them to keep up that same energy.
Yeah.
Some people like someone that's more chill and even maybe a little boring. Like some people, that's fine for them.
Some people like that opposite. Like somebody's like super hyper all the time. They like that opposite vibe of somebody who's like very chill and like brings them back down to earth. And then, but I also really like learning new things from whoever I'm dating.
Yeah.
So like whatever it is, like an activity that you like to do, like a sport or like surfing or something, like snowboarding. I like doing an activity that they like to do together and having them like teach me that. I think that's fun. And if you have nothing going on in your life, that's boring to me, because like I like doing things. I like going outside,
spontaneous,
and, like, being spontaneous, going on trips,
planning dates.
Yeah,
like keeping it interesting.
Picnic, like it could be anything. And like if you're not like initiating anything like that and you have no ideas, it's never gonna work.
Also, my big thing is being able to keep up a conversation.
Oh yeah,
that's when I would call a guy boring, is if I feel like I'm asking all of the questions and just keeping everything flowing and they're just giving me like not that much energy back.
Yeah.
I want someone that's also asking me questions. Like that shows that you're genuinely interested and want to learn about the other person.
Shows that you're engaged.
Yeah.
Like you want to be there. If you're not asking me any questions, I'm going to be like, okay, well, this was nice.
Yeah.
I'm out.
Yeah, like
Nice
I'd rather
meeting you.
go have dinner with my best friend and she'll ask me questions. Yeah. Like, and also, even if you don't have money, you can also find so many ways to keep things interesting, like planning a picnic or going to the beach, a hike. Yeah. Like there's so many creative, cute ways, even cooking them dinner to keep the relationship from not being boring. I think it's boring when you get in this just like stagnant,
dude, literally
same
like a
thing.
Game night.
Yeah,
so easy.
You can paint, you could do like little arts and crafts together.
Yeah, it's
you can
so easy.
Just go to a cool lookout spot and watch the sunset. Bring a bottle of wine. Anything.
There's free museums out there. Free
events.
Days. Yeah.
The park, like
farmers market.
Yeah.
Just like walking around a farmers market together. You don't have to buy anything. It's just cute.
And I love when guys plan dates.
Me too.
Like, and I love sentimental things. Like, I'd honestly rather you plan a date of us going to the park and having this picnic and bringing like little snacks rather than going to some like bougie restaurant. Like that's nice sometimes, but I think it's more of like the thought that counts. That's what keeps that spark alive, because I feel that they actually are genuinely like listening to what I would want and they care and they're putting thought into it and they're like,
that shows so much. Like if a guy like creates this whole like plan or idea, like shows so much effort, and like I appreciate that so much. And it's so cute.
Yeah, like taking me to the beach and to a lookout spot, that is perfect. And I honestly think it's so much easier to just be like, oh, let's go to dinner, let's go to a movie. That doesn't really take any creativity or effort. I like the thoughtful things. So no matter what age or what finances you have, you can always keep things interesting. So don't be boring. Don't be boring.
That's all we have to say about that.
Yeah, because you don't want to be with someone boring. So like, don't be boring. Okay. The way this is stated, I'm gonna like rephrase it, I guess. Okay. What are your opinions on dating someone who has a best friend of the opposite gender?
I don't know. I think it depends on, one, like I have to meet them, and I would like to see like how they interact with each other, and if anything's weird, if there's like flirty vibes or sexual tension, then that's weird. But if not, if like they're just their friend and like they've been friends since they were young, or like they got like really close over something, I don't know, at work, like that's okay. Like as long as there's no weird underlying issues or like connections in a weird sort of way. Also, if your partner isn't attracted to them.
Yeah.
Like, if your partner's best friend is the opposite sex, and
yeah, what if they're really hot
and they like fit their type to a T? I'm like, what's going on here?
Yeah.
Like, and I'm like the complete opposite to that. I'm like, wait a second.
Like, so why aren't y'all dating?
So yeah,
like,
maybe y'all
what's
should date.
happened here?
maybe I should play like love match and like you guys date.
What are your thoughts on them hanging out with them like one-on-one?
That's another thing. Like you have to have like, it depends, and you
Yeah.
have to have like complete trust in your partner, and like they have to have shown that you can trust them and they wouldn't ever do anything to disrespect you.
Yeah. And I think if they've introduced you to that person and
Yeah.
you've become friends and you
Yeah.
know the vibe, then it's fine.
Yeah.
What about if they've had sex with this person in the past? You're shaking your head, but this is something that I have had happen to me.
Wait,
Like
who?
I have friends that I have had sex with in the past.
Oh yeah.
And
Oh, yeah,
my
true. Oh, you're not,
my boyfriends were like
Yeah, but
very
yeah, but
upset
you're
about
not
that.
attracted to them at all anymore.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, and that was just like a woo fun night.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, it depends on the situation.
Yeah.
That is very.
And if it was
true.
like years ago.
Years ago, like long time ago, you were a different person back then.
Yeah.
You were like a baby back then.
Don't say
Not literal.
that.
Sorry, not literal baby.
No, but
Not literal
Yeah,
baby back then.
yeah.
She was like 18.
but like younger.
She was younger.
Yeah.
A lot younger. Like you've changed so much as a person, and like if it was just like a little one night thing, then it's fine. But it's like best friend though, like hanging out with them all the time, one on one.
That's different.
That's
Yeah. This is someone that's just like your friend, your acquaintance, your
Yeah.
friend. Like
You still hang out with them, but in
Don't-
group setting.
yeah, and you've never had a romantic thing with them since that one experience, then I
Yeah.
don't think that should be like held over your head.
No.
But it also depends on the vibe and the situation and the
Yeah.
timing, for sure. I agree. What's next? This just says how to break up, question mark.
It's hard. Easy for me.
I mean, I've never been broken up with. Have you?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. You were broken up with that person?
Yeah. After forgiving him for cheating on me. Like a
Oh
dummy.
my gosh.
Like a dummy.
Whoa. I don't know.
First relationship,
I
okay?
guess-
I was naive.
I guess I thought you broke up with him for some reason.
Should've.
In my head. Yeah.
Should've.
Yeah.
You live and you learn, you know?
Yeah, you
Everything's
do.
a lesson.
Yeah. That's a topic too with cheating. Do you think it's possible to forgive and continue the relationship?
I mean, I tried,
Yeah.
and it's very hard at first, and like you will want to keep asking questions and like keep bringing it up, but once everything is laid out on the table and like you've gotten everything out, you can't keep holding that over their head, and you can't keep bringing it back up, because then your partner's going to resent you, and it's just going to create a lot of things that shouldn't be a problem, because you chose to forgive them. Like, you created that conscious choice to stay with this person and forgive them for what they did. So once you do that, like you can't go back. Either you forgive them or you break up. So,
Yeah. Yeah. If you forgive, you need to fully forgive.
Yeah.
Or don't. If that's too hard for you,
Break up.
break up. But yeah, don't hold it over their head, because
Yeah.
what is that going to do? How is that going to make the relationship move forward in a positive way? It's not.
It won't.
But yeah, tricky situation.
Very tricky.
For sure. Actually, going off of that, we were talking about this earlier. We were talking about basically how we need to maybe restructure the way relationships are in this modern day society. And we were talking about our opinions on it's not even an open relationship. I don't know how to say this. Like,
it's not really an open relationship. Like, you're in a monogamous relationship with your partner and like you love each other, but like a little bit farther down the line, like you're out like on a night out with your friends and like you're just like feeling the vibe and like dancing on the dance floor, and like cute guy comes and like you're dancing together and like it's just free and fun, and like maybe you have a little kiss and like that's it though, and like you don't get their number, like you don't text them, like you're not looking to pursue anything with this person. But like you come home at the end of the night and you like you communicate with your partner and like you tell them about this, and they're just like, oh, like I love that for you. And like it's just complete open honesty and like trust in that person. Like you tell them like I love you at the end of the day, like I'm here for you, and like that's it. Like it meant nothing, it was just fun. Yeah,
we were saying how we think that should be okay in some certain situations. And obviously this is something you have to agree upon with your partner
beforehand.
Yeah, and agree that this is something that if it happens, just be open and honest about it, and we can talk about it. And we're just saying how we don't feel like you should ever make your partner resist these natural human urges that we have, and resist these beautiful moments in life, which could be something like being in Miami with your girls and you have this passionate dance, and then you kiss someone and you might be on little drugs, you might be feeling yourself, and it just, in the moment, it felt nice to kiss someone. But it meant nothing, because at the end of the day, you're going home to your partner and you love them and you're with them. They're your person. And you should be able to be open about that with your partner, and they shouldn't have to react and scream or yell at you or feel a type of way, because that's just being human sometimes. That's just a physical like experience that occurred, and it didn't have any deep emotional attachment to it. But
because also if like something like that did happen and you don't have that communication with your partner, then it becomes a thing. Then it becomes an issue, and like you're keeping secrets. And like it's something you feel weird or like gross about. But if you feel comfortable enough to talk to your partner about these things, and vice versa, then that's okay, and like you will feel comfortable having those natural human interactions with other people. And I don't know, I think it's beautiful. And
as long as you're not seeking it, it's not like you're like trying to go out and like make
you're
out
not
with
purposely going out
and, like hitting
to
on guys,
find somebody, like it just happens naturally. Then that's fine. But if you're like actively seeking it and like you're like out with your friends, you're like, oh my god, that guy's like so hot, like I'm going over, then that's an issue, and then that's a deeper lying issue that you should probably discuss with your partner.
Because I think if you feel like you want to cheat on your partner, then there's something wrong in the relationship. It
also should never like come to sex. Like it's just
we're just talking about kissing in that
or like dancing with somebody. Like because in
being
in
affectionate,
certain,
but not like sex.
Because like in certain situations, like if you're in a relationship with somebody and like you dance with somebody on the dance floor, then sometimes guys will look at that and they're like, oh my god, like she like cheated on me, or they'll look at it badly, but it's like, no, like I was just like having a good time. I don't know. There's a lot of like other things that we could talk about.
And one of my exes got mad for me kissing my girlfriends.
We kiss all the time. Like it's not sexual. Like it's showing affection. And like we love each other so much, and like that's just how we show that we love each other. Even just like greeting our other friends with like, hey baby.
We always give each other a little kiss, and like that's beautiful. That is a part of that.
Kiss
human
your
connection.
friends more.
Kiss your friends. Kiss your friends. It's beautiful. People in Europe kiss each other on the cheek, or they even kiss each other on the mouth a lot of times too. And I don't think that aspect of love and affection needs to just be for your partner. You should feel like you can give a kiss to your friends because you also are in love with them. I'm in love with my friends.
What about guy friends?
Kissing.
I mean, I wouldn't want to kiss any of my guy friends.
I
mean, but just, piggybacking off of that.
It's like,
I'm curious.
I think that's a little farther stretch.
Yeah.
I think it depends on the situation and the person. Like, there's certain friends, like, if I was drunk having a fun time, like, let's say Sanath, and we, like, pecked kiss, he's, like, it's so platonic, and we, like, have such a deep friendship.
Brother.
Like, he is, like, just my bestie.
Yeah.
And, like, my gay friends, like, I've kissed them for sure.
Oh, of course.
But if it's a guy where they're, I don't know. I think that could be a little. It's not the end of the world that it happens,
area.
but like also like probably just like don't.
Yeah,
maybe
it's better
like,
not to.
Like when you're kissing all your friends with the pecks when you go see them, maybe just when the guys are around,
cheek.
just give them a cheek.
Forehead's cute.
Forehead is I love forehead
kisses. Third eye, forehead.
Third eye.
It's so precious.
I feel so safe when someone kisses me on the forehead.
I've never had a romantic partner kiss me on the forehead.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, it's
I know.
so nice.
I've had like friends. It's so cute.
I love like kisses on your forehead and your neck.
Yeah.
Neck kisses.
Oh, bitch. Neck.
Oh, they actually like, whoa. Whoa.
Chill.
My mom might watch this podcast, so
sorry, Mom.
I'm sorry, Mom, but like
Love
they get
you.
things tingling. A neck
Tingling.
kiss.
Oh my god.
Like if you want to grow the tingle, yeah,
baby.
an ear, and then bring it down to the neck,
collarbone.
and then like just kiss everywhere.
Yes.
Oh my.
Look it up,
I love kisses.
Yeah.
I love them.
Yeah, me too. Oh.
Are there any like turn-ons like that, or just cute things that you really love when a guy does? I'm trying to think too.
I like when a guy plays with my hair.
I love that. I love subtle touch.
It's
like,
cute. Yeah, subtle touch is so cute to me.
Playing with my hair or scratching my arm or my leg.
Yeah,
or my back.
literally just like a hand on the leg. Like I love that.
Just like kind of like rubbing you a little bit.
Or when you're holding hands and they like rub your hand with their thumb.
Yeah.
I love that. That's cute.
I love holding hands. I love
holding hands.
I love like locking into their
Me
arm
too.
when we're walking.
Yeah.
And I love when they give me massages.
Yeah.
That's like such a
something that I really love. I love being the big spoon sometimes.
Oh.
Not all the time, but I really like, cause like I love like stuffed animals, like and I just like I like making them feel like they're little baby.
Yeah, I like to be big spoon sometimes,
Yeah.
but I prefer baby spoon.
Yeah, I like both.
I want to feel like I'm being cuddled and I'm like so cozy.
Yeah.
But I think massages are such a beautiful thing to add into your relationship because it shows so much affection and like it just shows so much love
so much
and
care
and you make them feel safe and you make them feel appreciated. And when a man gives me a massage, it not only makes my body feel amazing because they're working out some of my knots, but it also can turn very spicy.
Oh, very spicy.
And it's such a beautiful way to like get things going in the bedroom.
Yeah.
I think that's such a cool little like get some oils, light a candle.
Oh, when I get a massage from a guy, like it's turning into sex.
100%.
Yeah.
Like if they start
just like their
massaging
hands
you,
are like all over your body.
Yeah.
Like they're warm, like so sensual.
and they start like rubbing up a little
yeah.
too high.
A little on your booty, like
and then
you
they
know.
start like kissing your
Yeah.
legs and your
Yeah.
back, and I'm like,
Yes.
that is, I love like sensual things, like not
too.
just sexual.
Taking a bath together. I love taking a bath together.
Yeah.
It's like you're just like sitting across from each other, like having deep conversation. Maybe like light a candle.
So
have some
intimate.
wine. It's so intimate. I love intimate things.
Yeah, me too.
It's beautiful.
I think trickling in those things keeps the relationship, that adds such a different element to just not always feeling like you get in bed and you're just going to have sex and that's
That's it.
Yeah. Like adding that special, and I know guys probably really appreciate it too, but from speaking as a girl,
I feel like a lot of girls think about these things and like
yeah.
they really appreciate them, and like
yeah.
I feel like guys sometimes like it doesn't cross their mind, and I think they should think about these things a little bit more and like put in a little bit more effort. Like maybe if your girl like came home from a long day at work, like you have the bath drawn for her, and, like set up, and like that's cute. That shows you care. That shows you're thinking about her, and like you want her to feel good.
Yeah, and that creates that safety and that love, and that withstands just regular sex. Yeah, that makes the relationship so much deeper and meaningful. And I think, another topic is when you've been dating someone for a long time, how do you keep things spicy? How do you keep it exciting?
You just try new things, you know, like if there's something that you've been wanting to do, like talk to your partner about it. Be like, hey, like this is something that I think we would really enjoy together. Like, let's do it. Yeah. And just, or like going out to a bar and like pretending you don't know each other, and like
little role play,
using different names, or like I don't know, like just switch it up, create a vibe. That's all you have to do.
You can always look up ideas on the internet too. Like there's so many resources to look up ways to spice up your relationship because I know if you're in a long-term relationship, sometimes it can feel like it's just the same thing a lot of the times. But you have to put in effort. Like, it's not...
A relationship is work every single day. Like, you choose to be with this person. Like, you are choosing to put the work into this relationship. So, act like it.
Yeah, and you can't expect that electricity to stay the exact same as it did in the honeymoon phase. It's not going to last like that forever. And you need to start doing the things like drawing the bath or making them dinner or exploring, like, playing with food or with different temperatures or different... toys and or different people, if that's what you're into, whatever it may be, but maybe like exploring things and not closing your mind off to things that maybe you were even like, oh, I don't know, but
maybe like different location, like little secret, you know, like
I love a nice location,
little secret, like public, almost public, but like, you know, that's hot to me.
What's the craziest place you've had sex?
Under a lifeguard tower.
That's good.
I took a guy's virginity. Did not know until like years later. Crazy.
Oh my gosh, that's cute. A lifeguard.
And then in a friend's bed while they were in the living room.
Woo woo. Whoopsies. Mine was. There's two. One was the most beautiful, which was this camp spot that was like overlooking all these mountains, and we just had our own private spot. We found the spot, we drove up to it, and then sorry mom, please don't listen to this. And then we had sex. Like it was like my trunk was open and we were packing up the stuff to leave, and then we started having sex, and I was like on the trunk, like in the back of the trunk, like sitting kind of in it, and then like things were happening and things switched up, but we were in like kind of on the car and looking at this beautiful view. That was quite magical, honestly. And also in a parking garage in San Francisco, and people definitely saw.
I've done many parking garages. Not outside like in the open, in the car. Obviously. I've had a lot of car sex.
Car sex is really funny.
It's fun. But the first story reminded me. We had just dropped my friend off at the house she was staying at. It's like in the Hollywood Hills somewhere, and like in the backseat, like I'm like the back door is open, and I'm like bent over halfway inside the car, and like just there, and like this couple was like walking by.
What? Oh wow! Oh, okay. What was happening?
Like, yeah. I mean, he like kind of.
It's kind of hot.
He like kind of blocked me. I think it's hot
when there's like that slight like
what if?
Yeah, and in nature, like that's
nature's beautiful.
Yeah. But the what if of like
sexy moment.
Yeah, that like excitement of like, ooh, we're doing something that's
something
like
naughty.
Yeah, something naughty. Yeah. Yeah, I could share another story, but I'm gonna not.
This is for later.
Yeah, we'll save that for another time. I need another glass of wine if I'm gonna share that one.
Echo, turn the light all the way up. Sorry.
Yeah, no, echo. Yes. Okay. How do I know he likes me?
If you don't know, then he doesn't like you.
Yeah. We need to be more upfront about our feelings.
I was just talking to somebody about this. He's from Italy, and like in Europe, they're so upfront about everything. Like they just communicate their feelings like so straight up. And I think we need to be more like that, because in here in America, like we really like dance around things too much, and like
playing games,
like leading people on, and we need to stop doing that, because I feel like I'm like very straight up person, besides like the ghosting.
That's
but
like kind of straight up in a
it's
certain way.
In a certain way. But yeah, just like be upfront about it. Like if you're not feeling the vibe, say that. I had this guy who like we went on a date. I thought it went great. It was a great first date.
Yeah.
And like we kissed at the end of the night, or like throughout the night. Kissed at the end of the night. Spent till like 3 a.m. or like something like that. And then the next day, he like didn't reply to my text, and I was like, "Hey, like, what's up? Like, what's going on? What's the vibe? Like, what are you feeling?" I feel like he was gonna try to ghost me, and then like after I asked that, then he was straight up and was like, "Oh, like I don't really like see it going anywhere." But you should just say that.
Yeah.
Like if he had just said that straight up, then I wouldn't have been feeling any sort of way about it. I would have been like, okay, like that's fine, like.
Yeah.
I wish you all the best.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't like playing games. I've never been someone that likes to play games. I think sometimes I'm a little too upfront.
Yeah, same.
And it might scare people. Like I'm like, I'm in love with you. No, but no, but I think it's so important to just say how you feel. And yeah, if you like someone, show it. You don't need to act like you're so cool and you're too hard to get.
Yeah,
and
there's no need for that.
Yeah, like you're busy, or like if they ask you to hang out, you're like, ooh, like I don't know, maybe I should act like I have plans because I don't want to make it like too easy, or like waiting 5 hours to respond so that you can seem like you're have other important things to do.
Yeah,
just text them back when you see the text.
Them back. If I want to hang out with somebody, I will be like, I want to hang out with you.
Yeah.
If they ask me, I'm be like, yes, I'm free. Like, I'm not trying to play games. I don't like that.
Yeah, it's just a waste of everyone's
childish
time. It's childish, and it's really doing no one justice at all.
No.
Just be upfront. And I hate like this has happened to me too, where a guy seems so into me, like overly into me, where he's like talking about future plans or talking about the next date we're gonna go on, and just seems so into me, and then like ghosts, or just like completely like changes the vibe all of a sudden. It's like, what happened? Like,
it's like, why are you acting like you're into me? Like, you don't have to do that. Just be straight up. Be like, hey, actually, I'm not feeling it.
Yeah, and at least like if you were really into them and then something changed, like tell them why, so they don't have to be like wondering what they did wrong, or if you were lying, or like like if that wasn't true, because it's really confusing when people like go over the top about it, when it's like, I didn't ask for you to say these things to me.
I had a guy one time, I had been on a couple dates with him, and I think like the third date, he was like talking about future plans already, and it's like, I want to like take you out on a trip for your birthday, and that was like later in the year, like at the end of the year. And I was just like so overwhelmed, and so like the next day or a couple days later, I called him and I was like, hey, like I'm like not on the same vibe as you, like I'm really not feeling it, I'm not really in the same place that you are. And I was straight up with him, and he took it very well. He understood, and it was nice and easy. And like that's how it should be.
Honesty
is the best policy.
Honesty is always the best policy, and even if you think you're gonna hurt their feelings, in the long run, they will be so grateful that you did that.
They'll appreciate it.
Yeah, it takes so much more guts and maturity, to be honest. And yeah, that's going to do them a bigger justice. And don't be scared to hurt their feelings, because that's just what they need to hear. And it's people's feelings are going to get hurt sometimes.
Yeah.
And it sucks, and they'll be sad, but they'll get over it. And at least you told them the truth.
Yeah.
You know?
It's better to hurt them with the truth than to lead them on and make it worse later.
Yeah. Or like sugarcoat things.
Or ghost them.
Yeah.
Make them question.
You.
Well, this is after a few dates.
I'm just kidding. No, you're right. You're right. Okay. Let's see what other questions we have. I have a little tickle in my throat now. This literally said when to text back. Shut up. Okay, these are like these are like little quick questions.
Quick questions. Rapid round.
Lights on or lights off?
Whoa. I don't know. It depends.
I don't think it matters.
It doesn't matter.
It shouldn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
It's like kind of weird if they like need the lights off.
Yeah, it's like if you're already into it, like getting into it, and they're like, wait, hold on, go get up and turn the lights off. I'm like,
who cares?
You don't want to look at me?
Yeah.
Like, I'm beautiful. Like, you don't want to see this?
Or they don't want you to see all them.
There's a problem there. Mood lighting. Yeah. Mood lighting's the best, though.
Mood lighting, yeah.
Yeah, I love mood lighting.
Get one of those star lights. Those are nice. Yeah. Does size matter?
Yes. No hesitation. I'm sorry. Yes. For me, personally, yes.
Yeah.
It's not like, it doesn't have to be huge, but like a 6.
I don't know the fucking measurements.
6 or like 6 to 9 is good for me. 6 to 9.
I think.
I mean, 5 is the average. I think 5.
Is it?
5.5 maybe is the average. I think. And okay, average is fine. Actually, it depends on how they use it. Yeah. If they're like really great in bed and it's like on the smaller side, then it's fine. Mm-hmm. But if you're like a dead fish, or like you don't know how to move and you don't know how to pleasure me, like. It's never gonna work, no matter the size.
Yeah, so average is between 5.1 to 5.5 inches.
Okay, 5.1 is like on the lower side. I'm like,
like
I don't know. If I can't like,
you gotta
if
you gotta feel it.
If you're thrusting into me and I'm not like fully feeling it, and I'm not like, oh whoa, then I'm like,
it's like, is it in?
Then I'm gonna be like, okay, never mind. Like maybe not.
Yeah,
maybe.
and I mean, I feel kind of bad though. Like guys,
I
can't,
feel
like,
a little. They can't control it. Like it's their
dick.
natural body. I'm sorry. I literally.
But
it was literally like with dating this guy, and like after we had sex, I was like, it's not gonna work out because it was too small. Yeah, it really was, and I was just like, I told him that, not that it was too small. I told him.
I was like, damn.
I told him that it wasn't gonna work out between us.
Yeah, I feel like if it is on the smaller side, you just need to overcompensate in other ways, I feel.
No, it's not enough for me. I need like hard sex.
Yeah, okay. I mean, obviously that's like ideal, but I'm just saying for some people it might, for guys that maybe they feel they're a bit smaller, at least
be really good at eating out.
Yeah. You need to figure out some other ways.
Or just like really like sexy and like dominant, or like toss me around, like something, make it fun.
Like if you don't have a big dick, we still need the big dick energy.
Yes.
Basically.
Yeah.
Not to get too graphic here, but
I mean we've already been.
Yeah, we have. Fine. This is an honest place, and
this is a safe space.
I love talking about sex. I love talking about relationships, and I think we should talk about sex more.
Yes, we should. It should be a comfortable conversation to have with people, because like we create this like this whole thing where like you feel kind of like weird and like icky talking about it. But no, it should be an open conversation. Like you should feel comfortable talking about sex with your friends, and like it shouldn't be weird. Like you shouldn't be like, oh, like no, I don't like talk about things in the bedroom. It's like no, like
everyone has these thoughts. Everyone has these feelings.
Thoughts. Everyone has these experiences.
Yeah.
Like talk to your friends about it. Like it should be a normal thing.
Yeah, it's strange that sex, like the topic of sex, is considered taboo to some people, and like it is the source of life. It is the source of connection, like deep soul connection. It is
Yeah.
a sacred thing. I believe it's a sacred thing, but I also believe it's just a fun and wild experience. Like,
Yeah.
and there shouldn't be these weird boundaries or any shame or guilt for having sexual desires and wanting these crazy sexual pleasures. Don't feel like you need to limit yourself just because of the way you've heard about it in society or in movies or your family or in religious practices. Like, it's a beautiful part of life.
It is.
And we should all embrace that because we all are thinking it. So why I hate when people act like it's weird, because it's not weird.
It's not weird. It's a natural human occurrence. Like, we all have sexual desires.
And we'd have a better relationship with sex
if we spoke about it.
Yeah. And, like, especially as a kid, like, I know I didn't really get a good sex
I never had a sex talk.
Yeah.
My parents never gave me a sex talk.
Me neither.
Which I don't really care.
Yeah.
But also, like, I didn't know anything, like, going into, like, my first experience or, like, any experiences after that. Like, I didn't really know what to expect or, like, what anything. I didn't know anything. And, like, also even, like, in high school, like, those first experiences with your friends or, like, your friends' experiences, we didn't really talk about them, like, too deeply or, like, really understand what was going on.
Yeah.
And so that just created this whole other, like, I don't know, it was just, like, very, like, hazy and, like, I didn't know my own body or, like, I don't know, it felt weird to speak about these things, and it felt weird to kind of even do them.
Yeah, and it sucks. And, like, sex ed is the biggest joke. I don't know about
The
you in
biggest
school,
joke,
like, but we did not learn really anything.
We didn't learn anything.
It was so generic.
Dude, the most we learned was they showed us putting a condom on a banana,
which, like,
and I was like,
all right.
What?
Yeah,
like,
it's just because they want to say it's, like, for promoting safe sex. They're like helping promote safe
and, like,
sex.
there was, like, a section about, like, learning about the woman's body, and, like, we didn't learn anything.
Yeah,
like, there was no insightful information about the woman's body or, like, a period or, like, anything like that.
They need to present it in a way too that kids can understand, and in a way that's, like, not just so.
It was more like a science class, like dissecting, like, a frog, kind of.
Yeah, but it's a spiritual experience. Yeah. It's not just like the penis is going inside the vagina. And it's like, no. It's like there's a lot more to learn and understand.
Yeah.
And it sucks too. I feel like a lot of girls, your first sexual experiences, and obviously with guys, but I'm speaking for girls because we're girls.
Yeah.
But you have these first sexual experiences with young men, boys, a lot of the time, and they don't know what they're doing either. They don't know how to make you feel safe. They don't know how to make this situation comfortable for you,
enjoyable.
or you don't talk about it because that's weird and awkward.
I feel like it's just something that, like, kids do, like, just to do it. I don't, like, because mine, like, I don't even. I don't know if I should say that.
You can say whatever you want, but we don't have to. You can.
I don't even remember it because we had taken Xanax. Don't do this at home, or ever, actually. But like, I literally, like, do not remember it.
That's bad.
And like that,
is bad.
it meant,
That's
like,
sad.
it meant absolutely nothing to me because I didn't remember it, and it was just like kind of like a weird, like, I was dating this guy and, like, we were just, like, going through, like, the steps of, like, dating in high school.
It felt like that was just, like, the next thing to do.
Yeah, it was just like the next thing to do. And I don't know. I if I could go back, I would change it. I mean, you can't. So like, I don't regret anything, but, like, I would have, like, learned more about, done a little bit more research, like a little bit more loving to myself, not taking drugs.
And those first experiences, no matter, like, how they are, they do instill that, like, original relationship with sex.
Yeah,
that's what you're basing it off of now, is that first experience. And a lot of people don't have great ones, or they're under the influence, or they're not completely there, and then that's their first experience, and they're like, fuck, like, this was supposed to be something special.
Yeah,
or like
I always thought
meaningful.
that my first time would be special and like with
Yeah.
somebody that I loved, and it didn't turn out that way. And I was like, okay, but I was like, okay, well, that's over with. Like,
Yeah.
cool.
And I also don't think it needs to be this huge thing where
no,
it's
it
like
doesn't.
you need to wait till it's like so special. It needs to be this grand.
Yeah,
Like, don't
it doesn't have to. Don't put so much pressure on
Yeah.
it. It doesn't have to be perfect, but like, be fully coherent. Be there. Be present in the moment.
And be with
Make
someone
sure-
that you trust and feel comfortable
Yeah,
around.
you care about them at least.
Yeah.
Like,
Because it is an exchange of energies.
oh yeah.
And that is something looking back, it's like, I think I exchanged energies with some people that I should not have, And that can like sit within you, and that can cause some sexual trauma and some just
like
yeah.
the yoni like
The yoni.
holds like all of the other person's energy within it. So like if you're having sex with somebody who has like so much trauma and like unresolved issues, you're gonna hold that inside of you and keep it with you, and like you won't even realize why you're feeling bad or down, and that's the reason why. So it's like I like now that I know that, like back in the day I did not know that, so I didn't really care. But like now that I know that, I choose my partners carefully. And like I don't really have sex with many people now.
But these are the things that we also didn't learn. Like, you don't learn that it's an exchange of energy.
I had no idea. I learned that like within the past year.
Yeah. And then that makes you fully like think about it in a different way, and you're like, whoa. Like, but and it sucks that in the media, sex is just seen as this like fun, like crazy thing, and like it can be, but it also like has a deep meaning, and it can affect people, especially if you're a deep person. Those experiences, like, you really hold on to them. And
if you're an empathetic person at all, like you will hold on to that energy for a while.
And it is like the deepest way to connect with someone. So
Literally.
just be a bit like the deepest way. Just be a bit more picky about who you want to exchange
you allow
that
into your sacred space.
But at the
Your
same time,
sacred
if you feel the vibes with someone, it doesn't always have to be that deep, like, don't limit yourself from your natural sexual desires if there is someone that you are vibing with and you like, but just depends on the situation. It depends where you're at with your heart and with your body. And
does a condom block the energy?
Is that a Googled question?
I don't know. I'm curious though. I'm just wondering.
I don't know if
idea.
energy. I think energy can move through condoms.
Yeah, I think so too.
I think it just blocks the semen. We were on the fast round, but it got so not fast.
Whoops.
Morning sex or evening sex?
Morning.
Interesting.
I like waking up.
I don't know.
I like both, obviously.
It depends.
Oh, yeah, it depends. I mean, like,
Some
like
mornings
rough, like experimental sex at night.
Yeah.
Like cute, cozy morning sex.
True.
Is nice. Also.
Yeah, but sometimes in the morning I'm like still tired and not awake, and I don't want you to think that I have my full energy to get with it sometimes, because
if you start touching me in the morning, I'm gonna be like, ooh.
Yeah, I mean, that's really cute. I like when I wake up with the touchies for sure.
But just know I will not have the same energy as the nighttime.
And we were talking about this earlier
Cute,
too.
lazy sex.
It's like, read the energy of your partner.
Yeah.
Like, sex is supposed to be a mutual satisfaction, gratification. Like, this is supposed to be something that you want to pleasure your partner. You want them to pleasure you.
It's an activity you're doing together.
Yeah.
Not you just doing it to them.
Yeah,
you know?
not you just fulfilling your own needs, but fulfilling their needs. And if it's morning time and you can tell that they're a little sleepy,
leave them alone.
Yeah, like leave them alone, or just be gentle with them and like read their energy. And if
play
things
with
start,
their hair,
and if they
their
start
body.
like kind of giving you back that action that they're into it, then keep going. But if
they're just sleeping,
then like
leave it
obviously
alone.
It's not the time, and you need to control yourself because
give them another hour.
Yeah, because there's nothing worse than feeling pressured by your partner. Like, you feel like they expect you to always have sex with them when it's like sometimes you're just not feeling it, and that's totally normal. It doesn't mean that you're not attracted to them or that your relationship's dying, but there's certain days when you're just
like in a mood and like you don't feel like having sex with anyone, your partner, or anybody. And like that's okay, and your partner needs to read that energy and understand like, hey, like they're feeling a little weird today. I'm not gonna pressure them into doing anything.
It needs to just be
maybe like
mutual.
take them out on a nice date instead, or like take them out to do their favorite activity instead, and create that intimacy. And then maybe like later when they're feeling better, then they'll be feeling it. But
creating the intimacy and other showing that love and that sensual energy outside of the bedroom is just as important.
It's so,
in my opinion.
I think it's a little bit more important.
Yeah,
because it shows like it brings you closer in a way. Because like sex is easy.
Yeah.
I mean, it can be easy. Like, obviously, if you're with somebody for a long time, like you want to like create different vibes in the bedroom, but like at the end of the day, sex is easy and like you can do it with anybody. But like creating that intimacy with your partner outside of the bedroom is very, very important. And I think it's more important than in the bedroom. Yeah,
and keeping up that flirtatious energy throughout the day. Like I love when I'm just like cooking something and my man comes around and grabs my waist or like grabs my butt or like just gives me kisses or is like staring at me from across the room and like
or like you're in like you like just woke up and they're like, oh my god, like you look so sexy.
And like, just doing little things, even just bringing you a coffee in the morning to show that they care and they love you. Like those are acts of love and that makes someone want to have sex with you more, you know? That brings that genuine closeness between you. And you know, like you need to create that sexy life for it to transmute into the bedroom. You can't just not have that energy at all and then expect them to just be turned on in a second, because it's not always like that, especially for females in particular. I know guys they have their own things going on sometimes, but
they can turn it on like that.
they can turn things on, but we need we need foreplay, not just in the bedroom, but in everyday life.
My mental.
Mental foreplay. Oof. Hot.
Love it. We made that one long too.
I know. Fuck. They're good questions though.
They are good questions.
And then I start getting like random thoughts too. This says, would you rather have average sex every day or amazing sex once a month?
Amazing sex once a month. I mean,
I
was abstinent, not like by choice, but like I was abstinent for like 6 months. And I was fine. I was A-okay.
Average sex is not that fulfilling after. I mean, you don't want to have that all the time. Like that's
amazing sex once a month. I'm okay with that.
Would appreciate more, but we could work with that instead of that.
Oh yeah, of course.
Would you rather be with someone with no sexual experience or a ton of sexual experience?
Maybe a ton.
I
think a ton.
I think it also just depends on the person in your relationship. Like it's not, I think some people are intimidated, like feel insecure if they don't have much sexual experience, which that's okay.
You learn as you go.
And if you have a connection with someone, like y'all will figure it out together. And as long as you're open to exploring new things. And I also think there's nothing wrong with if you've had a lot of sexual experience.
I think some people like look down on people who have had like a lot of sexual partners in the past. But like if you're with this person now, it's like that doesn't matter. That's their past. As long as they like that don't have any diseases or like they tell you about them like before anything happens, then it doesn't matter. And like that shouldn't be a defining factor for anything. Like the past is the past. Like, live in the present.
I don't think a guy should ask you what your number of like people you
I don't think anybody should ask. It shouldn't be a thing.
It shouldn't really be a number.
Like, why does it matter? Like, we're all human. We all have experiences. Why does a number matter?
I agree.
I never ask anybody.
I never ask anyone that either.
There's never even a thought that comes into my head.
But guys have asked me.
Me too.
And I'm like, Okay. I'll tell you if you want to know.
Well, why are you asking? Why does it matter to you?
Yeah. Why is that something? Does that make a difference? Like,
yeah, there's the double standard also, where like they want a girl who like doesn't have a lot of past sexual partners, but they can have as many as they want.
Yeah.
And I hate that. It's like, why? Come on. Like, we're human too. Mm-hmm. We have sexual urges too. Yeah. We have needs. Mm-hmm. Like, calm down. Bring yourself back down to earth.
Yeah. Wine break. I hope you can't hear those bikes, but it's probably not that bad. Mm-hmm. We're currently in K-Town, Los Angeles, and there's, some loud noises in this city. Is there anything that we didn't talk about that you want to discuss?
No.
Okay. Just checking. If there's anything weighing on your heart. Hey.
Nothing weighs on my heart.
Okay, I think we're just going to end this episode, even though I have so many other questions that we could answer.
So many.
But if you loved this episode, we will do a part 2. So make sure to subscribe, do all the things. You already know. Just show some love if you love this episode. I loved this episode.
I love this episode.
I love talking about this. And
it was really fun.
Yeah, write a review about this episode too if you liked it. Yeah. And we will make sure.
I'll be writing one.
Yeah. All my reviews are going to be Megan on these fake accounts. And if you have any questions that you would want us to answer, you can always send me a DM at Compassion Club Pod on Instagram and ask any questions that you're interested in us answering, and we can answer them on the next one because I want to do more of these Q&As. I think they're super interesting. If you have really questions about certain situations with your love life or anything that has to do with love, sex, relationships, life in general, we would love to answer them and give you our perspective. And we don't know everything, and we are just speaking off of our experiences. But I think it's always just interesting to listen to everyone's perspective, and it opens your mind to different ways of thinking and new ideas, and that's what we're all about here at the Compassion Club. So thank you so much if you have watched this all the way through. I really, really appreciate your support, and we're going to have another episode next Tuesday, so make sure to follow along because we'll have new episodes every Tuesday. And yeah, I'm excited for what's to come. And thank you so much for giving me your presence, giving me your love, giving me your friendship today, as you always do.
Of course.
I really appreciate it. And this was so fun.
This was so much fun.
We'll do it. Too. We'll do it again soon. Yay. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Yay.
That was so fun.
Wazoo.